Mosquitoes are not good, and we live in Florida, and if you're me or your younger son, Max, you might be allergic to them. Yep. And my daughter's got it, too. We get these huge welts on our bodies, and we get stung by mosquitoes. You don't need to bother with that ever again, because you can get mosquito nicks.
Yep, you can buy the portable system on TomandDan.com right now. If you go on the merch page, it's there, or go to MosquitoNicks.com.
Maybe you want a more permanent solution than like what you have.
Yeah, in my house. And I just got the Wi-Fi motor too, that basically it's a tank of mosquito repellent. It's all natural. It dissipates in 10 seconds.
Yeah, it breaks down between 10 and 15 seconds. You could control it with Alexa, right? You can use your Amazon Echo to control it.
It's less invasive or less potent than off spray, so it's non-harmful.
Sure.
Anyway, and basically high pressure hoses are run around the fence line of my house and around the roof line of my house, and it mists my yard during peak mosquito times.
Yeah, you can set it on timers. You can do it remotely.
Yeah, and now I can tell my Alexa, "Hey, turn on mosquito nicks," and or I could do it through my phone.
Even my portable system has a remote. I mean, they're really convenient and they work great. Mine, I can take it camping. I can take it with me if I go to the beach or something.
And as holiday season gets closer, Mosquito Nicks also offers their Holiday Lights program, where you can go there and schedule them to come, and they'll put up your holiday lights. They'll store them for you and put them up every year.
They'll put them up and they'll take them down. And they'll store them for you. Yeah. It's the one stop, and you don't have to do nothing.
If you go on their website, MosquitoNicks.com, that's N-I-X, just so everybody knows.
Yeah, it's not a guy. Nicks, I know you think it's a guy.
Yeah. And it'll tell you all about it, but either you're going to get rid of mosquitoes, put up holiday lights, it's MosquitoNicks.com.
Come in. Oh, good morning, Betty. How are things going?
Mr. Barnes, I've never had any trouble in the office as long as I've been here. I think you'll agree I've always gotten along with the other girls.
Certainly. What's the matter, Betty?
It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Let's jump back into the voicemail machine here. What did I do with them?
They gone.
Oh, no, here they are. All right, got them. Let's go with this one. We had Butler. Okay, I'm glad Butler's back. This is, people have been like it's an epidemic when it comes to our show.
Okay.
People have been very, very worried that they are a chopper.
No.
I've had a lot of people reach out and say, like, hey, you guys do so much content, but sometimes you don't explain what chopping is. And let me just, first of all, we run our show a little differently than other shows. We don't baby you. We think that you're smart enough to listen long enough to figure out what choppers are. We don't want to insult you. I'm not going to sit here and reset the topic or any of that. No. Look, you're an adult.
Yeah.
But a chopper is a person that if they're walking down the road, they see a flower, they chop the flower off the tree. Or if they see some palm fronds that are sticking out, they chop those with their hand.
Or if they see a dead gator, they throw a stick at it.
Correct. Or if there is...
there's a young prepubescent boy-like mentality in every chopper that never leaves. So, most people grow out of melting the ants with the magnifying glass, or chopping or stepping on any birds they see, or kicking a sandcastle.
I found something that choppers love, and Andrea pointed this out to me. My wife pointed this out to me. She's
chopping, because they'll jump up to see if they can hit a leaf.
To slap things that they think they're tall enough to hit. Yes, but one of the quintessential, and it should have dawned on me a long time ago how easy it is to find a chopper. You want to find a chopper? You want to pull, if Butler's hiding in here, if we're doing hide and seek, and we're Butler, we can't find you. Come out, man. And he's doing that thing where he's not coming out.
I got it. Is it bubble wrap?
It's bubble wrap.
I knew.
All you got to do. It's crazy. I can send him. You put a piece of bubble wrap on the ground, and Butler's like, and he comes like. Pop them all.
Also,
I'm a tap dancer on them, actually.
You do. That's an upgraded.
If a chopper hears a car slamming his brakes,
run.
If he hears that accident, he's running towards it.
Yeah.
Choppers.
Well, just so he can see it, he's not going to help.
Right.
No. You know that Beirut explosion.
I thought you were going to say, have you been to the Beirut experience? What a great escape room.
No.
I bet there was a lot of Beirut choppers running towards the explosion.
Yeah. They're no longer her with us.
to see what's happening.
Chop their last chop.
Yeah.
How do you think you saw all the footage? Those are all choppers.
Yeah, you're right. They're like,
They saw fire. I got to record it.
There's also some.
oh yeah, they're also the first person to record everything that they see going wrong.
Yeah, people dying is never funny. I'll just put that out there.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I will say that it makes me laugh to think that you've abandoned so much fertilizer and it blew a hole in your country so big that your entire government has to step down. Like their government's like, we're out. We get it. You're correct.
Yeah.
We're out. But yeah, so choppers. Let's see what this gentleman seems to be very worried about chopping.
What's up, gang? Aaron from Altamont here. Wanted your opinion on whether I'm a chopper or not. I think I got a little in me, because when I was a kid, my mom used to make Rice Krispie treats. And the second she took them out of the oven and she wasn't paying attention to me, I would spit all over them. So they were all mine. I got in a lot of trouble, got a lot of ass whoopings out of that. Just want to know your thoughts. Love you guys. Bye.
My dad's dad used to do the same move with fried chicken.
You're just a D-head if you do that.
Yeah, the old I'll lick all the stuff so no one else can do it.
My dad's dad, Dan...
Works better now.
Daniel Reams Dennis Sr., the original, the namesake of the family. He would wait till they were saying grace and blessing the food and everybody had their eyes shut, and he would take all the chicken thighs, because those were his favorite, and backs. He liked thighs and backs. And he would lick all of them and then put them back on the Sunday platter. And then when everybody would look up and say, amen, he'd say, just so you know, I licked all the thighs and the backs.
Yeah, that's a chopper move.
I didn't pick up that.
That'd get your ass beat nowadays.
That is
not a chopper move.
That is not a chopper move.
You offended the chopper.
I got to go with Butler on this one. I don't think that's a chopper move. I think in order to do that, you have to... No, I think you got to be a psychopath to do that.
Let me ask you this, Butler. When you have, let's say, eat a hard candy or whatever.
Sucking candy?
Yeah, sucking candy.
I chomp it.
You can't just suck it until...
Are all choppers crunchers?
Yeah, I think so.
And are all crunchers choppers?
Immediately,
impatient.
When you put that jawbreaker, you're like, you're trying to break it. And you're like,
I can break this thing.
I'm like, stop.
Same as witnessed this. I chomped down on gobstoppers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew it. I was like, I bet this guy chomps gobstoppers. Which also sounds like I'm accusing you of being gay.
All right, guys, get in here. We got us one over here that likes to chomp gobstopper. What do we have here? Looks like you're in the wrong part of town, little gobstopper chopper. Maybe you'd like to chop my gobstopper. That sounds crazy. Let's go with this one right here. Let's do some emoji talk.
What's up, TND? Shart and Randy here. I got a question. And 2020, cancel culture, Black Lives Matter movement, all of this. I need to know, just for my own sake and the sake of others, is 3 black Santa Claus emojis still the best way to show your ultimate approval of something? And is cop pointing in trash can still ultimate disapproval? Thanks. Appreciate it.
It is a little weird that those 2 emojis are the ones that we talked about and selected. And those are, it's about Blue Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, the whole, these are just exploding. People are freaking out. But I would say, I think that they still stand.
Yeah, I still say using a black Santa Claus emoji, like we talked about, 3 of them, as because the ultimate excitement or the
ultimate, for me, it's like my way of showing you guys. It's 10 thumbs up. I'll never get more excited about this. This is the pinnacle. It's like the 3 rarest things in the world would be 3 traditional black Santa Clauses, and you line them up. It's perfect. It's rare. It's amazing. It's beautiful.
It's all positivity too.
Yeah.
So there's no.
It's never been a negative thing. Right. So I guess if you think that okay,
unless you're thinking
if you're doing it to mock or if you're doing it to be racist or weird, then sure. But that goes back to Tom's original point, which has always been intent.
Yeah. Like if you use a black Santa Claus in a negative way, then you're a D-head.
Right.
But if
you're back to licking chicken thighs.
If you use 3 black Santas,
God, when you say it like that, it sounds sexy a little bit.
as a way to express your happiness and how good whatever text you received is, then it's positive.
I think that's fine. Now, cop pointing in a trash can still is the ultimate.
Toilet, right?
Yeah, cop pointing into the toilet.
Yeah.
It was the toilet.
Mm.
Nothing
wrong with that.
I think it still stands. Let's try this one.
Hello, T&D team. Just listening to the It's My Job category of the show. I wanted to chime in on the pizza delivery job. I didn't ever become the manager of the store I worked at, but I was a driver and I was a crew member. I answered the phones, I made the pies. It was a great job. I did not make a whole lot of money, and in my neck of the woods in Deltona, my Domino's manager did not make 60.
Wow.
Uh-oh, they got him. Shakaroni got him.
He must have. He let go of the button.
By the way, sir, when big corporations tell people with SE jobs that their title is like a sales associate or you're part of or you're a crew member, this is a way that they're trying to make you feel better than what it actually is.
I refer to everybody here as either the Tom and Dan family, a Tom and Dan crew member, part of the Tom and Dan team.
Yeah.
You don't like any of that?
Well, no, it's just all a way for
What if I
them.
just go squad?
Yeah. It's like you work at Papa John's. You're not part. You're not Tom Petty's pit crew. What? Oh, God damn it! Richard
Tom
Petty.
Petty's pit crew.
See, I'm an idiot.
Last race with Mary J.
God damn it. Anyway, but
he thought Richard. He went with Tom.
When I used to work at Home Depot, they used to try to get they would have these meetings, these like store meetings before it opened, and this is before I started night crew, and then there was none of it. But I had to go through 2 weeks of being a sales associate on the floor to like learn. I was in plumbing and then
welcome to Home Depot.
And then they'd make an announcement. They're like, all right, everybody meet in aisle like 7. The
Let's
hardware.
meet in the screws.
They're like, let's meet in the hardware section for our team meeting, and then we'd have to all go there, all wearing orange aprons or whatever. And then the manager would give some inspirational speech in which, like, he was talking about how you all bleed orange, and it's the Home Depot crew, and you like to try to like get everybody. Meanwhile, everybody's miserable. Everybody around, they're dead behind the eyes. They're like, God damn it. There's like one nerd that's
hungover. Number one.
Yeah. You're hungover. You're like, get this over with. We hate this job. There's one nerd that's like been there for like 4.5 years. He tried to become the next.
Oh, the lifers. Yeah,
he's there standing next to the manager, like
the Dwight Schrute. The assistant.
And he's got all his pens organized right.
And where it says name, he actually wrote his name.
Yeah. No. Everybody
else never wrote their name.
Like I'm using like Frank's apron because I left mine at home. You know. It's just I hate that. It's corporations trying to make you care about their corporation.
Well, I was
which are like, no one cares about us here. Like, I don't care about here. I don't care about you guys. You don't care about me.
Yes.
Your bosses and the owner. What's his name? It was
Arthur Blank.
Yeah, old Blank. He don't even know you. Like, this is all just numbers. He'll fire you.
He's just trying to get his mustache tighter and tighter to the gable. He's got that little gable mustache.
Like, let's just drop the facade and I'll just do our horrible job that we all hate, and we'll try to get through it and go home, and that's fine. I'll show up here and just don't try to get me into the bleed orange. I'm part of the crew. Like, it's all.
Let's all do a team potluck. No, I don't want it.
Yeah. I hate
what kind of pot?
Put your name down here and let us know what you're bringing. I'm not bringing anything, because also I don't want to eat anything you people make, because I see how you act around here, and if that's how you act at work, I can only imagine how you are at your house.
Oh, try my racist potato salad.
Or disgusting.
Delicious.
I've seen you ladies in the bathrooms. It's disgusting. I don't want anything you cook.
Yeah, exactly. and just know that if any opportunity comes my way, I'm out of here. Like,
absolutely.
I won't even call you and give you the the respect.
I
to tell
left
you
on my
quit.
lunch break my last day at the Pain Pill Factory. I was like, screw this place. It did nothing for me.
Yeah. And you know what? They just kept on going. Don't care about you. Don't care about anybody.
Oh, my God. Norm from our Twitch chat room. We're live on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. You find the replays on YouTube, Tom and Dan Live. Norm says, we just had a company meeting a few days ago, and they didn't mention once the woman who's been here for 8 years that just died of cancer. Thought that was a little insensitive.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else I hate is when they would pass around the, hey, so-and-so's having a baby. Let's throw in some money for a baby shower. I'm like, I don't even know this lady.
Oh, yeah.
And then guess what? I'm never having a baby, so no one's ever given me a baby shower, a wedding gift. Like, nobody got me nothing, birthday card, nothing for mine. But I'm supposed to give to these people that, A, I don't know, or B, hate. No, I'm not.
Look how spicy
God, I hate corporate world.
You're sharing
so
some
much.
of your anger.
That's
to
the
Sam.
one thing that me and somebody, we don't got much in common, but we both hate corporations.
We ain't got much. But we both a corporation.
It's the worst. Don't force me to buy something for somebody.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
What about cards? What if they pass around the card?
No, if I don't know them or I don't like them, why do I have to sign happy birthday?
Why are we doing to sign a different name? And like when they'd pass around the ones for bosses that we worked with, like, you know, whether it's like Camp Meyer, Linda Bird, or whatever, like I would just sign somebody else that worked at the company's name.
Get this.
Don't even
Because when they go to sign it, they'll see their own name. They'll be like, did I already sign it? Who signed it? Then they're mad, and then they're trying to, this is a hostile work environment. Fire this person.
My last job I had, they canceled our Christmas bonuses and then handed out a Christmas card and wanted us to contribute towards the boss and wanted to give us to give the boss a Christmas gift.
Oh, that's some balls.
That was
Oh my God.
Yeah. There's also,
Are we doing anything this year for Christmas? Are we going to have like a gathering of our family?
Juggalos.
Well, you can't stop that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, are we going to do a dinner?
Yeah, I guess so.
Where Sam,
you know what?
Sam and Travis, and then Butler.
Potluck, guys. Let's do it.
We can do a potluck.
Well, also, but
are we going to invite
Tom and Dan potluck?
Are we inviting Tony, the Hawaiian vampire Palmiotti? He's going to put it.
He's just going to bring Chex Mix.
Yeah, put in his finest Hawaiian shirt and slick his hair back, black as the ace of spades.
We do have like a $10,000 pavilion at our disposal in downtown Orlando that we've already paid for.
Yeah,
we should do that.
I think Tony's trying to stay safe, and Deb, so I don't know for the
when Tony comes over here, he goes drops the things, and runs for his car.
He's in a hazmat suit.
I just think he doesn't trust Butler, and Butler goes everywhere.
So he shouldn't.
What August 13th? That Corona will be done by early December, right?
I asked my wife this morning. I said, "What's going on with this? I mean, really?" And she's like, "I heard on the news, poof, it'll just disappear." And I'm like, well, good thing. And then I took a large sip of my bleach. Well, that's good news. You know what? Things are turning around for the Dennis family. Let's do another.
Oh, God, we got to get out of here. Bye-bye.
This year, not one, but 2 drink tickets at the company party. Yeah, domestic and Wells only. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan.
Welcome back to... It stinks in here. I'm Dan. Sam bought a quesadilla, and it looks amazing.
What did you put on that?
I don't know. It's pre-made from Publix.
This one, it smells like they smeared fresh baby dew on it.
I got a baby dew quesadilla.
Oh, man. I got here this morning, and it just smelled like warm bologna.
Yeah.
It was hot.
How did it get out of the fridge?
I don't know. And then I was like, so I checked the trash can. And there's nothing in there, because normally it's one of your sriracha chickens, no offense.
Right.
Then I'm like, well, it's got to be Butler, because Butler sometimes, sorry, Butler, I'm airing everything out. Butler hides that he doesn't eat his wife's cat food lunch. He'll dump it in the bathroom. He'll scrape it all in there.
You got to stop dumping it in the bathroom.
Every scrape. I mean, I look in there, it's quinoa, broccoli, pie with spinach.
And then he'll eat his buckets of candy.
Yeah.
He goes in the bathroom, he scrapes his health food into the trash, and he just eats Kit Kats.
How is he?
And he weighs 110 pounds.
Yes. I think it's the only thing he eats all day.
Kit Kat.
Yeah.
But anyway,
maybe I need to get on the Kit Kat
I checked
diet.
the bathroom. No cat food in the trash.
Yeah.
There were some Kit Kat wrappers.
Oh.
And then I come back out. I'm like, well, it's got to be in the refrigerator. So I see a plastic. It's like one of those like cardboardy things. And I open, and it was my fault for opening. And we went like. And I was like,
You got the mummy's breath.
Yeah, I did. I did get the mummy's breath.
And then it's so good. Is that when you start throwing up?
And he whispered something in Aramaic. It's like having an Iranian prime minister whispering in my dreams.
Oh, yeah.
And then I ran for the bathroom. I just started puking all my fiber pills up and all my vitamins. I puked all my vitamins into the toilet.
It's not mine because mine are vacuum sealed. So
it's yours.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't eat that.
Go check it real quick on the air. I want to hear your reaction. It's on the top. Just smell it. It's a chicken quesadilla.
They pre-make them?
Yeah, and then you just heat it up in the microwave.
Okay. Usually they wrap them in like some sort of packaging.
This is unwrapped. This is raw dog.
Yeah.
I had never smelled a quesadilla like that before.
Yeah. What?
That would.
It's just regular cheese.
It smells like chicken, cheese, and peppers.
The cheese and pepper.
I've never smelled.
Don't you stick your nose in my quesadilla, Butler.
Butler, smell it.
He's got the Basset Hound.
Yeah,
sense.
So he doesn't need to open it.
Butler
if he can actually smell it.
He's like Buff McGruff.
Clean, bro.
You think it smells good? Oh, I can't know.
There's something else in here, though.
There's a funk, but it's not the quesadilla.
I think it's the quesadilla. It's coming out of the fridge.
It's something.
Yeah, would you leave it there? You're looking at me like you forgot something. You had that look like you're like, oh no, I left my I left a live lobster in there.
I've been sprouting mung beans in my drawer. Creed from the office. Stink like death.
Don't spring the mung.
Sprout the mung.
Sprung the mung.
I've been growing mushrooms in the drop down above my desk. They're like, the magic mushrooms.
Do the people above us get furniture yet, or are they still jumping around like animals up there?
No.
I think they're just jumping around.
What if they're sprouting something up there?
Ooh, they could have bologna us.
Yeah. What if they're cooking something,
and it seeps through? Yeah.
Because I wonder if there's any vent connections.
Well, Dan was up in the ceiling this weekend.
No, it's gross.
What's up there?
It's so dirty up there.
Is there any, connection?
There's a bag of money up there. But I left it up there. I don't touch it. It's not mine.
I was thinking about, there's these... There's a windowsill where there was concrete block that we had to knock out for a renovation, whatever, and then our guy came and concreted over.
Concrete Mike did?
No, the guy doing the drywall. But
he stick with one guy. My God.
There's all the guys.
Who's that guy? He just stands there. That's stand-in Billy.
How many people are in your house?
Who's doing the concrete? You're like, I got to go to my house doing concrete. I'm like, Concrete Mike? You're like, no, I got another guy. I'm like, okay, you understand that doesn't make sense in my brain.
I was going to get Concrete Mike to do it. Then I asked him, how do you do it? Hoping that he'd just do it for me. And then he's like, this is how you do it. I was like, I'll do it myself. And then I just hired another guy because I don't want to admit to Concrete Mike.
You're a psychopath.
He's a psychopath.
Why?
What did your wife say up front? You have a mental illness.
Yeah.
You have a mental illness. I'm with her.
Me too.
I'm
with her.
I'm with her. Hashtag I'm with her.
No,
me too. You're an insane person.
Hashtag I'm with the crow.
Dude, that is, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, if no one knew about it, then it wouldn't be crazy. It would just be in my mind.
No, but why wouldn't you want the one guy?
It's only crazy because you guys know about it now.
Why wouldn't you want the one guy doing? He knows your house. You don't want to have to restart with a whole new guy.
Yeah.
Well, he was already there doing stuff, so I was just like, "Can you do this?" Anyway, that's besides the point. I wanted to put a box that said like $10,000 in it, and then hide it in the concrete block.
Because most people write $10,000 in a box.
You're a psychopath.
Yeah, just so that if they ever knock down the house or oh
my God! Somebody wrote $10,000 on this empty box. Is that what you're doing?
No, I would make it like
what would you put in it?
10 box. I would just put gotcha, Tom Van, and then I put a D card.
Child that comes across that.
I'm in. Yeah, who knows? It's like a time capsule.
I don't care if a child finds it. I'll be dead.
Yeah.
You can't be a pedophile if you're dead.
Yeah, by the time they knock that house down, think about it. I'll be dead, right? Because I'll be living in it.
Well, there is a high probability that you will knock it down with yourself inside.
Oh, then I find I'm like 10,000.
You're like, oh my God!
You clowned yourself.
Oh, D card. Damn it! Oh, great! I needed a new D card. Put that in your wallet. Go about your day.
All right. Bye.
That's how the situation first developed. A little friction between a confident old employee and an intelligent, experienced new one. Well, it wasn't long until...
It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan.
Welcome back to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan.
So things have been stirring up in the tropics.
Indeed.
We had a narrow miss.
But when you
a couple
say
weeks
you
ago.
sound like a fool, when Mike says it, he sounds cool.
Yes. Yeah. And to talk about the tropics and everything weather from Mike's weather page, we have Mike. How you doing, Mike?
Great, guys.
Here, let me give you a blast of this real quick. Hold on. Because you don't understand weather like Mike does.
Be a simple weatherman. Can you do that for me, Mike? If you can.
There you go. Now it's official.
Yes. So, Mike, we were all watching, of course I watch Mike's Facebook page all the time when Mike goes live and tells me about the weather. But,
I get really excited about it. I get the alert,
Yeah.
and then it's like, Mike's live, and I'm like, all right, I'll pop in there.
But
and I normally see listeners pop in there.
Of course, with tropical storm and hurricane Isaias, which I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about, Mike. Why did they not just say Isaac? Why was it
Isaias
or Isaias or whatever? Yeah, well, Isaias, and now why was it Isaias? Why?
Well, it's torture. I mean, they had this. I'm looking at the list. We had Ed Ward and Cristobal, and I don't know who the hell picks these names. I mean, yeah, I'm like Tom and Dan and Mike, right?
Yeah, good old one-syllable names.
Yeah. So that is a good question.
Hurricane Tim.
Is it a board that does this?
Yeah.
Is it one particular person?
It's a lady.
Yeah, no, there's a group that gets together and they decide on these names. We have some funny ones coming up. Nana is coming. N-A-N-A. That ought to be a lot of fun.
Oh, man, and Nana hadn't been coming in a long time, if you know what I mean, Mike.
Why
we have a Teddy. Teddy's coming, too. That doesn't sound like a very scary storm.
No,
yeah.
Sounds nice,
When
actually.
you get hit with a category 5 Teddy,
Yeah.
it sounds like a sexual position.
That's what fat people.
Oh my God.
That's what a fat woman wears. It's a category 5 teddy. That thing is as big. It's as big as a burn pest control tent. See how I squeeze the client in there.
Today's weather report, of course, brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits.
I just left there.
Oh, yeah?
Because it is, as of right now, here's a fun fact. It's the only place you can find White Claw 70.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck finding it at Publix.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to go to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits because they not only do they have it, they have tons of it and in every flavor. So there's your fun fact of the day.
Hashtag TDABC. Mike, I see
Mike's been beating the ABC drum for a very long time. He knows.
Great guys. I love them.
So, go ahead, Mike.
No, I was just saying ABC's great. They, for some reason, they believe in me, and they love you guys, and it's a cool mix. And we're all in Florida, and we got hurricanes possibly to talk about.
All right.
Yes, yeah. So let's talk about that. What do we
By the way, ABC doesn't advertise with everybody. They advertise with Mike and with us, right? Mm-hmm. And both of us just told them we don't know why they do it. I just want to make sure that's set.
That's our model.
Mike said
like, what? You want to give us money to mention your business? That's weird.
Yeah. It's also why we like Mike so much is because he's just like us. He's like, I don't know why people are watching this, but they are. And, man, Mike's got it worse than we do because you turn into one of Mike's shows and you're going to get 10,000 people with you.
It was just a start.
Just
an intro.
Yeah. All right. So what kind of hurricanes are popping out there? Because you've kind of taught us through our new friendship, that everybody sort of expected this to be kind of crazy, right?
Well, definitely everything was pointing to this end of the month, and there's a lot of factors that go into why the forecasters, predict a higher than average season, and we're fixing to see that right now. There's this phenomenal thing in the weather world called the MJO, which is a crazy pulse of energy that allows thunderstorms to either happen or not, and we're going to be into that phase here for the next 2 weeks. So it basically allows the whole, like it's happening here at my house, everything's just bubbling. So the MJO is a fascinating new thing they discovered that circles the Earth every 30, 60 days. And when we're in that enhanced phase of this MJO, it actually allows the Atlantic to bubble, and these storms are going to start popping up. So we have a couple of invests. The water is 2, 3, 4 degrees Celsius above normal. And another thing they look at is vertical wind shear is measured the amount of winds in the upper atmosphere, and it's below average right now. So you combine all these little things together, and it's just common sense says, oh boy, we could have things popping.
So their MJO, what does that stand for?
Madeline Julian Oscillation. It's a guy's name. That's why I just say MJO.
Yeah,
it's kind of like our hurricane names, but it's
kind of like WAP.
Julian
You don't spell it. You don't spell it. You just go with it.
And is that like over us right now, causing thunderstorms to just like materialize? Because that's what it seems like is happening recently.
Exactly. I mean, in the Pacific last weekend, there was 4, 5, or 6 disturbances all at once out on the Pacific side, and it cycles from the west to the east. And that's kind of what's drifting over to the Atlantic and Gulf right now. So we're seeing everywhere just kind of the bubbles up, and I've seen it, and I've been talking about the tropics can flip a switch, and we have these 2 invests that they call them being watched that we could possibly be talking about for Florida. The second one, South Florida, it's going this diagonal. We have a strong high pressure in the Atlantic, and it's kind of the steering pattern. And we're going to really be watching tropics. I have a feeling here the next week, or actually a couple of days. This thing could actually be into the South Florida area Tuesday, Wednesday of next week.
Oh, really?
That's fast.
So, Mike, from us, all our us laymen out there that are watching weather, and of course watching you, and we're watching the radar and the storm tracking. We wait for what I guess it's a high pressure to push, because for years we've watched storms come at Florida, then it's like they do a U-turn and then they get pushed away.
Yeah,
and
kind of skirt the coast.
And then obviously there's predictors like the high pressure system coming down, it pushes the storm away, and so. Obviously, the storm trackers and the models and stuff take into account those high pressure systems constantly falling, and hopefully as they're falling as the storm's coming to push it away. How accurate are even like the high pressure forecasts or like modeling, as far as like, do they know exactly if the high pressure system's going to keep going, or will that fizzle out?
Gotcha.
Like, how do those work? Because those seem to be saving us a lot of the times.
Well, like Sandy, New York City got hit, New Jersey with Hurricane Sandy.
Yeah.
Hurricane Sandy was predicted to either curve out the sea or curve into the East Coast, and it was all based on this blocking high pressure. Some of the models got it right, obviously, when it turned back to the west. Some of them got it wrong because they predicted to go to the east. Now, Isaiah just passed Florida, and it was all dependent upon that high pressure. And Irma was expected one time to curve off the East Coast. Well, the high pressure built in a little bit stronger than some of the models predicted, and it pushed it a little bit more to the west. So when I'm tracking systems, I like to go out 5, 6, 7, 8 days and start looking at weather patterns. And we have a sagging front across the southeast right now that's going to be bringing up rain chances through the weekend here.
My mom has a sagging front, Mike, and there's nothing you can do about it.
There's no high pressure that could.
There's nothing. There's not you, not ABC. Nobody can fix it. It is sagging good, man.
Or maybe the wind will come on and blow her skirt up.
You don't want to see that, Mike. Oh, man. Because the forecast is going to get real hairy.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. There it is.
Mike's like, that's it.
Yeah,
I'm done with you guys.
I should not be playing along.
No, I'm joking.
But anyway, so yeah, the high pressures control the steering flow of these, and the reason we're talking about a potential Florida hit for next week is the high pressure is expected to build in strong and not allow this thing to recurve out to sea. So
Gotcha. So, and those high pressure systems that come down, Are they all over the place too, or are they more reliable when it comes to tracking?
Is there a pattern? Or
are they kind of like, we predict it to come down this low, but it could stop and fizzle out? Are they more predictable or less? Or
well, that's huge. That's a huge factor because fronts basically break down that high pressure that's over the Atlantic. So, the old school Floridians always talk about the Bermuda High. The Bermuda High, that's just the big high dome pressure that's over the Atlantic Ocean. When we have fronts come down early in the season, or even now, it happened with ECE, it actually eroded that high just a little bit and made the high a little weaker, allowing our system to curve up out to sea. It's all based on fronts and how strong that front's going to be when that front dissolves. Because once that front dissolves, high pressure races back in.
Right.
And that's why at the last second we'll see these models adjust and go a little bit more to the west or east. And what we're looking at this system is because we have a weakness over the central part of the U.S., our first system that's called Invest 97 is getting steered kind of up towards that. Well, then that's going to erode. High pressures might build back in quick enough to keep this other system that's behind it more maybe in the Gulf, Florida. That's what the trends are right now.
Gotcha.
We're seeing record highs just about everywhere in the world. Every morning when I look at the news, I'll see Canada record highs or England record highs.
Didn't Death Valley had the highest recorded temperature?
Yesterday. Is this making weather, and for you and your friends globally that do this? Because I know there's probably a mic in. In every country, there's a guy that just
tracks weather,
just crazy about whiskey and weather, whatever. And like
a song.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, we'll have to get our other weather guy, Jim Van Fleet, and his backing band, The Rain, to record that. But is everybody kind of globally predicting? Is it the heat that's kind of screwing us up this year?
Well, yeah, you can't deny science, right? I mean, it's just hot. I mean, and I don't know what the heck's causing it, but you're right. I mean, the NOAA maps that go out every year or every month, it seems like we're on pace top 2, 3. So things are getting hotter, and yes, it's going to influence weather. Definitely, water's hotter, and we get these more explosive style storms, and we're going to find out here in a few short months. If we get some more of these monsters that we've seen the last couple of years, in the Atlantic.
And why do the monsters seem to come at the end of August and September and stuff? Like, stereotypically, that's when we see the giant storms. Is it just right
conditions have been met
at that time?
Well, early in the season, we get a lot of wind shear that comes off of the Pacific, and they tear apart hurricanes. That's your upper-level winds. Later in the season, typically the shear slows down a little bit, and because we're entering a possible La Nina style season coming up, that's even reduced wind shear. The water's hotter, and we get more monsoonal rains off of Africa, which produce these wave trains. So, once Africa starts spitting out these storms because of summer, they make that trek across the Atlantic when the water's hot, less shear. And that's typically it. And we don't have a lot of fronts. When we have a lot of fronts early in the season, they naturally push, they kick the storms back out to sea if they were to form. So now we lose these fronts. Systems have more of an ability to curve up into, the islands and the Bahamas and ultimately us because there's less fronts to block them.
Mike, is there any such thing as something more powerful than a Category 5? Category 5 will go. I mean, can a hurricane reach a potential that we've never even seen before because water temperatures are higher than we've ever seen before? You know what I'm saying?
It would transcend even the guidelines for a 5?
Yeah, because they wrote these guidelines back when they were like, well, scientifically, it's not even possible for a storm to get that fast. But
that's a great question, Mike.
But they didn't have the forethought to see if water temperatures were in the mid-80s, I guess a storm could get to a 6. You know what I'm saying?
So what's the closest we've come to a 6?
The strongest storm ever that existed.
Well, we just had the anniversary of Hurricane Camille, and that was the second most intense, 150 knots. So that's probably 160, 165.
I just got goosebumps, Mike. I got to tell you, when you go to the keyboard and you type on that thing, I feel like, I don't know, man, you got me a little bit. I was like, he's going to business. He's going to war.
No, I didn't want to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about.
No, I liked it. You turned, you're like, and you were typing. I'm like, oh my God, we're about to see a forecast.
Well, see, okay, this is fascinating because it was 1935, and it was under 900 millibar pressure. That's pretty darn strong. And it was anniversary was yesterday, which would be a couple days this week. But so we could get these strong season storms early in the season, and it was back in 1935. Sure. I just think we're seeing more frequent storms. They've talked about going to a Category 6, but they're so rare. I would seriously doubt it just because it might be one in a blue moon type of a storm. But one thing they are talking about doing, which I totally agree with, is we're seeing pressures don't always indicate wind speed, but we can see a lot more storm surge with pressure gradients. So storm surge ends up being a bigger story sometimes with systems because of the amount of water and water damage that we get. So they're thinking about maybe tweaking the pressure effects on top of wind, because you can have a low pressure system without the wind and still create a tremendous amount of water surge. So.
Mike, do they still need to fly Hurricane Hunter airplanes into hurricanes? Like, it feels like nowadays with such satellite technology, and you could track wind speeds from a satellite, or I don't know, maybe you can't.
A drone,
or do you have to fly the airplane in there to get more accurate wind speeds? It seems like we should be able to do that some other way. Yeah.
Well, I thought the same thing until I really started researching or just seeing it. But those guys are measuring more than just the wind speed. They're measuring atmospheric conditions, amount of humidity, and the different levels of the atmosphere. Those are all key components on a system that has to stack with lower level winds, upper level, mid level winds. So they're dissecting every angle of the atmosphere ahead of the storm. All different directions of the storm, dry air. So they're actually helping predict the future more than the now, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
the now is kind of there, but they're really aiding the models that we all believe in. That data gets pumped into the models so they can put out better, realistic spaghetti models.
Gotcha. Now, Mike, I'm gonna start asking you about amateur weather, local weather, because
Gonzo weather,
and this
it's the way we like POV.
This may be like asking Tom Brady about flag football here, but
don't insult the man.
I know, because we're not.
I'm an amateur. Remember, I'm an amateur.
But at this point, I treat Mike as up there with any other meteorologist that I watch. So when it comes to I watch the weather locally here all the time to see when I could take my boat out, right? And so I'm looking on the weekend and I'm like, I want to see if it's going to be bad or good weather.
Okay.
And literally every hour to couple hours that I check the forecast for the weekend, it changes, and it drastically is 70% chance of rain, thunderstorms, and then I'll check it the next day, it's 20% chance, and I'm like, next day 70%. I'm like, what is it?
Sam and I were talking about it this weekend. I went to the beach on Sunday. She said you shouldn't go. It's 100% chance of rain.
Yeah.
Didn't rain.
Yeah, no. And then last weekend there
we
was
talked about that.
A 70% chance of rain, and then it was beautiful, no rain.
I don't know.
So is it because of that effect that thunderstorms can pop up at any time? So there's not even. Why do they even bother trying to predict it? Shouldn't it be it can literally happen at any time, no way to know?
They might as well just try to predict crime. And just say, I think your house will get broken into tonight.
So is it virtually
30% chance?
So 5 days out in Florida, it's virtually impossible to accurately predict whether it's going to rain or not.
Yeah, and those guys, they take a beating. The official wording now, I think, is when they say 30%, they're basically saying 30% of the coverage area.
Right.
It's going to rain. It's just only 30% of the Orlando area is going to get the rain. That's
correct.
That is correct.
That is exactly how they do it, and nobody understands that.
My thing is there's a model called the HRRR. It's a rapid refresh model. And the most important thing Floridians need to know with rain is it going to be morning rain, afternoon rain, and the flow? Because Florida rains usually don't sit and hover too much. They usually go inland out, to the west or the east. So these short range models, for me, like you mentioned, boating, I want to know the flow of the storms. We'll have morning rains in Florida. on my side, and they'll push inland towards Orlando. So that's important to know is which way the flow is going. And there's days that there's no flow, and this model will help show it when the sea breezes don't collide and the storms are just stagnant. Those are those big drenchers that kind of ruin the whole day.
Big drenchers. They know we're talking to you, Mike, because Wes just put out an alert.
Uh-oh.
I mean, right now, my phone buzzed. I look at it. It says, tracking the tropics, 2 systems in the Atlantic could become named storms by this week. Well, you're late to the party, Wes.
Yeah. Who's watching us?
Somebody over there saw us talking to Mike.
They're watching us on Twitch.
We said big drenchers, and they're like...
Put out the alert.
Yeah.
We need to come
Tom, I'm Tom. Mike, you need a shirt.
Oh, yeah, that says Big Drenchers.
Yeah.
Maybe we collab on a shirt.
Big Drenchers.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a collaboration, Mike. Mike's weather page, Tom and Dan.
Yeah.
Big Drenchers shirt.
And we'll have Pariah Mike do a cover of Big Pimpin', but it'll be Big Drenchers.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Get on that, Mike.
All right.
We can do the songs and the shirts. I was on the Drew show, your buddy.
Yeah.
Did you see his song he did for Issa Ia? That was hilarious.
No, I didn't see it. I didn't know he was dusting off the old Ibanez.
All right.
I love it.
I'm all into the songs and the shirts.
All
and the
right.
words.
We can do all of that.
Well, Mike, it's been a pleasure talking to you today.
Thanks for the update, man.
We're gonna check back in with you a week from today. I'm sure there's gonna be more stuff going on, new storms that pop up, and we'll have an idea whether this storm is gonna hit Florida or not. I mean, there's lots to talk about. I feel like right now, Mike, is right now the busiest time of year for you. I mean, I imagine that. You're just watching the weather, all times of day?
Yeah, well, it seems like things are kicking off earlier this year. Well, obviously, every named storm we've had so far has broken the record as far as the earliest named GHI storms. So we're on pace. And then the official forecast has been updated to now include the Greek alphabet, and that's only happened one other time in the history. So they're going past the W into alpha, beta, whatever the hell else is out there with the Greek names. But,
yeah.
It's crazy.
They should name one of them My Big Fat Greek Hurricane.
Other hurricanes breaking plates, and you're like, why are you doing this?
And then that guy from Northern Exposure, the DJ, he's the...
Yeah, this hurricane's loud. Everybody's loud.
Just calm down. You're too loud.
Well, you're yelling.
ICA.
Like, I know it's your culture, but everybody's yelling.
Stop breaking and yelling.
Probably the most disappointing storm was Dolly, because we always talk about blobs and spinach and big blobs, and I was so excited when we had Hurricane Dolly because we were going to, and she lasted like a day.
Yeah, Dolly should have been Big Drenchers. Best little whorehouse in Texas. Jolene.
We could have fun with it.
Hey, look, my fence is Jolening.
If you're not following Mike's weather page on Facebook, you should be.
Be a conehead, be a drunk donkey.
Yeah,
support the hell out of him.
He goes live daily, and you can find out what's going on directly from Mike, and also SpaghettiModels.com for all the models. And that's where I was talking to my brother-in-law. I was down in Miami this weekend, and we were talking about you, Mike. And he's like, "Yep." He's like, "Every single person in the insurance industry uses Mike's SpaghettiModels.com." I'm like, everybody's like everybody.
Mike, I still don't think Mike believes us when we say that we name drop him a lot, and it impresses people.
No, yeah.
But we do, man. Like we'll just Mike's weather page.
Our social media.
I tell everybody you're my best friend. I was like, he's my best friend.
Tony Palmiotti is the most exciting guest we've ever had, and most important that we've ever had. Tony Palmiotti, you got Mike?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
starstruck.
You actually talked to Mike? He's my best friend. He lives in my house.
Yeah. I hung out in your studio. I'm in.
I also tell other people we fought in Vietnam together.
Stolen valor.
I do a lot of stolen valor. I'm like, I go to Ale House. I'm like, free drinks, hero. There's a hero here.
And you're shirtless with the old Vietnam camo pants, and then the hat with the ace.
And then they're like, tell us about the war. And I go, Mike, and I never talk about it. I can't. I've seen some bad stuff.
But you get drunk.
I'll tell you one time they strapped a bum to a kid. That's all I'll say.
So, Mike, thanks so much again. We'll be talking to you. Thanks again to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits.
Indeed.
And we'll talk to you next week, Mike.
Definitely. Thanks, guys.
All right. See you, man. That is our friend Mike from Mike's Weather Page. I embarrassed you a little bit there. I saw you bail. It was the Vietnam thing, wasn't it? Stolen valor.
Well, we always push the limits. And
We do.
And then we're like, is he running?
Okay? Is he still looking at the camera? He's still looking into the camera?
Yeah.
Wait, he's getting up. He's getting up.
Bring it back. Bring back.
Oh, no, he's just getting water. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, hard again.
We're good. All right. I'm going to try this next one. I'm going to try. Wait.
Oh, no.
We gauge it, and we're like,
Is he okay? Is he okay?
If he calls us next week, then we'll know. If he doesn't, then we'll know.
He's got the most relaxed.
Either way, we'll know.
He has the most relaxed Skype photo. My God. It's like him falling down at a family picnic.
It's just him. That's what's cool about Mike.
He does not try to be anything that he is not. He's like, hey, man, I like weather. I like NASCAR. And I'm going to give you weather.
Yeah. It's not fake. It's he's just a real dude that likes weather.
Super nice guy, man.
Genuine as hell.
But I think that's why people like it, because you're not getting the. He's not in a $3,000 suit.
Yeah.
He's not trying to be good looking, and he's just trying to give you the. And he's passionate about it.
Yeah.
He enjoys it.
Yeah.
There are a lot of weather people that you see on the news, and I'm not saying anybody in particular. I'm just saying, but I just know this.
You're a
from being in
professional presenter.
Well, a lot of them are actors that just the acting wasn't working out. They happen to be very attractive, and they can read the weather. There you go.
And then, you go to your weekend course and get your meteorologist thing.
Oh, man. Weekend courses make me laugh. Hey, remember when we had a sales guy at Real Radio, and he was taking his motorcycle endorsement class, and he took it with our wives.
God damn.
And our wives were getting motorcycle endorsements, and they were taking the course on wet conditions. It was rainy the entire weekend. They're riding these little Buell Blasts.
Yeah.
They're tiny little.
He was a bigger gentleman.
And he was a big chungus.
Big drencher.
He was a big chungus. He was a huge man.
Yeah.
And he's on this little Buell Blast, and he dumped it. He popped the clutch, and he laid it down.
Yeah.
And he was so big that he had enough body size for the back tire to still be touching the ground a little bit, and he was doing that thing that all scared people do on motorcycles when they've wrecked it, where they've just pegged the throttle and they just leave it pegged.
Yeah, scared. And then the tire is like,
and it's catching, and he was just doing circles. His fat body was just doing circles.
And it was full 5,000 RPM.
And he's just going,
It was hitting the.
Every once in a while, the back tire would catch it. It would just take his fat body and just blob him around in a circle.
Road rash, crazy, yeah.
So good.
I think he left. He never even got his endorsement.
I don't think he came back after that.
Yeah.
Well, that's embarrassing.
I don't even think he wanted
came over.
He just did it because the client. He was like trying to impress the client, or trying to make them happy. Because that
guy was always trying to impress. Like one time he couldn't swim.
Dude, it's a hard business.
And he got on an inner tube and was riding behind a ski boat, and he's crying, and he's in a 3-piece suit.
Oh yeah, was that the old boat show?
What a horrible. Radio people are all just across the board. 90% of them are bad.
It's a horrible business to be in.
It's bad.
It is not a good business.
This poor sales guy's on a raft, and they're dragging him around in a turd lake, and he's in his suit. And he couldn't swim, Sam.
They didn't give him a life jacket?
No,
I was in the bear suit. It was really bad when the guy in a bear suit is next to you laughing. I'm like 22. I'm drunk. Who cares?
Yeah, you're like, I don't care.
This guy's like in his mid-40s.
I'll eventually age out of this.
This guy's in mid-40s. He's got,
like you've been married a couple times.
He's got his,
you know what I mean?
Nicest. He kicked off his Stacey Adams on the dock because he didn't want to get those wet.
Hold on, let me take off my chaps by Ralph Lauren.
He's got business socks on.
The business socks are the only socks that when you put them on and you pull them up, they turn into pantyhose.
Yeah.
They're thin, and then when you put your feet into your shoes, you're like.
Yeah,
I can't feel anything. It feels weird.
Yeah, and then they'll all eventually.
The worst part about wearing business socks, I got to take my ankle bracelet off before I put them on.
And they'll all eventually end up selling you solar panels.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Bye.
There's a sheet cake in the break room for Bethany's birthday. Mandatory singing in 10 minutes. A corporate time with Tom and Dan.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Let's jump into some voicemails. super duper easy to do. Get our app. It's totally free. All of our content's on there. Just search Tom and Dan Live wherever you get your smartphone apps. And the cool thing about this one, you can leave us voicemail messages, a thing called mediocre messages. It's a one-click button, and you can be famous like this person right here.
All right.
I've already mailed it to myself, so it's a patent. But I want to make mosquito nicks come and rig my boat up. Put a little reservoir so when I stop, I can turn that thing on and scare all the bugs away or whatever that thing does. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I want it on my boat, man. Can they put it on my boat?
Well,
what's the patent that you want to use someone else's products on your boat? Because
that's not how a patent works.
No, but I also like what he said. He goes, he's drunk, by the way. This guy's hammered. Yeah. He's like, I said to myself, it's a pat. He said a pat.
Yeah.
It's a pat.
Now,
and 100% he did not send it to himself.
No.
He just sent this voicemail to us.
He's drunk, and he just left us a voicemail begging for a free mosquito nick system for his boat.
Yeah, a couple of reasons why they could be questionable. There's so much wind usually on the water.
Well, he just needs the portable system. And when you stop, you set the portable system out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you're moving, they're not going to get you.
You don't need it when you're moving.
Although I like the idea, you put all the mosquito nicks, like, the stuff that breaks down in 10 seconds, the non-hazardous chemical, the mosquito
you put it in a drum.
Put that in like the back where like the live well is, and then you get the compressor pump, and then you run the misters around.
Yeah.
I'm imagining
up the bimini,
a center console, and then a mist, and you're like,
it's in my eyes. And you're like,
although I think they do tell you, although it doesn't matter either way, but if you don't have to be outside when it mists, and then it repels them, and then you can go outside. I know Crystal, every time it goes off when we're out there, she runs inside. I'm like, it's fine. It's, but she is.
I don't, actually.
Cautious?
Yes. Overly, some would say, cautious about everything. Oh, you don't want the mosquito poison in your face. Oh, little baby.
Let's try this one. Hangman update.
Hey, Tom and Dan. Just sending a follow-up on the Hangman voicemail. I wasn't really going racial. It was just more the violence aspect of it. It's a children's game based off of an archaic way of executing somebody. Mm-hmm. And I was bored and I was looking into it more. And two fun facts. There's a politically correct version of Hangman, which is called Snowman.
Yes.
Stupid.
Where you build a snowman instead for each of the mistakes of the word you're trying to...
You shouldn't be rewarded with a snowman for making mistakes. You should be hung.
Yeah.
You're kind of killing the
There's
purpose.
There's got to be some stakes here.
You got
the end of the game, you are... a hanged man.
Yeah, you're not.
Not if you win. If you win, you're not hanged.
Yeah, if you win, you're just.
I'm saying if you lose,
right.
If you lose, you're dead.
Your punishment is death.
If you win, it's just like maybe your head and one arm.
Yeah. It shouldn't be if you lose, you get a snowman.
No,
you want to lose.
Everybody gets a participation snowman. I mean, that's what we're talking about, right? I think we could have been a little more creative and changed that.
Also, I'm not gonna. I understand about not traumatizing your kids, and we've had long discussions about how we were traumatized in the 80s about,
we did this yesterday, Delta Force, rape scene.
But, you can't shield them from everything. Like, there is death, and people get hung, and this happens. So
not as often anymore.
Not as often, but it's a thing. And
it'll come back.
And maybe it happened in the past, and so it's like, all right, like...
I was just thinking it's more. I would imagine
toughen you up. You could draw a stick figure hangman if that causes
the whole hanging thing, though, certainly has more of a exclamation point and more negativity in the black culture, just because of the way that particular symbol was used as an effort to persecute and hate and kill and crap on people, right?
But like this guy was talking
that's where I was going. But Ronnie called in to clarify. He's like, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying purely as it being violent. I
can see that.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah. Although, if you...
Do kids even play that anymore, though, at all?
No, I don't want that garbage. That's some old man.
Do they play, tic-tac-toe, anything?
Tic-tac-toe.
Okay, that's still in.
They're into that. I taught them the little all the dots game where you make a line and then you try to make a box and you put your initials in it. You know?
Yeah.
No, I've never done that. What's that game?
It's a bunch of dots, and each player makes a line, and then the goal is to make a square. And if you connect
have the most
squares, yeah. It's stupid. But
what about? Do you ever play tanks, where you take a piece of paper and you scribble, and then you fold it over and you scribble on it again, and it leaves an indentation of your pencil graphite?
Oh, so you have to figure out what the distance is. Kind of like Battleship.
Yeah, it was kind of like port. We used to play that in church all the time, man.
Yeah,
crazy for that.
Now everybody's got phones, so the dumb old man paper games they're dying.
Paper football. Remember paper football?
Yes.
Yeah, paper.
I like paper though. You're like.
I'm a dumb old man.
Well, you've pulled me, like I like my iPad and I like using the Apple Pencil to draw on it. But lately you've got these mechanical pencils and I've grown to like this. This is a Bic, it doesn't say number 2 pencil. This is a Bic pencil number 2.
Yeah.
0.5 millimeter.
Yeah.
I like this. It feels good.
Old school. I want the old school pencil.
Well, you want wood.
Not mechanical, yeah.
Ticonderoga?
Yeah.
Ticonderoga pencil.
I was writing something on my desk, literally.
Don't write on your desk.
Yeah,
the janitor has to clean that off.
And
I love old Joe. He's a sweet man.
For a commercial copy, and I'm like, why am I writing this down? I'm going to have to type it in an email. It literally right after this. Why am I not just typing it?
I write a lot of notes that way.
I do too.
But it's just faster.
And also, I think
and when I do research, I write it in notebooks.
Yeah, that's a memory thing, though, too. That's proven that if you write something down,
yes,
you're
it
more.
Sticks with you better.
Well, does typing it make?
Not for me.
Okay.
I
mean, it depends. I think on the person.
It can.
But maybe
it's better than not putting it down anywhere.
I still think it's. I would imagine it's still less because even though writing is fast and typing is faster.
Yeah.
That little bit of extra time that your brain gets to actually configure the letter.
Yeah. And you're kind of reading it as you write.
Yeah. There's so much little subconscious, wonderful little things happening right there that I guarantee you that's why you remember more.
Is there an app, there's got to be, but a notes app that's voice notes that as soon as you record it and you let out, let the button go, and it
voice memo. That's on your phone already.
Will it email you immediately?
I can send myself an email just by asking Siri to do it. You can do that too.
Yeah, but I mean something like this. Okay, so
oh my God, I feel like I'm standing at Radio Shack with my grandma. I'm seriously having a flashback. Now hold on a second. Why do I have to rewind every video I rent? I'm going to get charged.
We need
Grandpa. That's just it's a courtesy thing for other people.
We need a segment where you just explain to me how to do something that I've been wondering.
Tech.
No, I still want to do that. I still want to do that segment where Andrea's grandfather is 98.
Oh yeah.
He comes in here. It's going to be called.
It was old.
Pop on Pop.
No. Something
like the old Dr. Seuss Hop on Pop book.
Because the way I do it now is I think of ideas, especially when I'm high. I get a flood of ideas and I have to write them down because I'll be gone if I don't.
Of course.
And then so I email myself, and the way I do it is in the subject line I put topics. If it's an idea,
that's what I do.
If it's an idea, I put topics idea.
Why don't you just put ideas?
Because I want it all.
Because if you put topics, you want them all organized in the same area. So you need that T.
Yeah, I need topics and then whatever. So then there's topics, ideas. I got topics, other things.
So your email is just as scattered as your brain thoughts.
Yeah. It's
I think you just leave topics out. And just put ideas.
No, he doesn't. I say that's what I was saying. See, you and I are alike. That's what we would do. We'd go topics. Those are topics. Ideas. Those are ideas. No. Right. I see what he wants. I speak fluid.
And then
I speak fluid special needs grandpa. You need to do. He wants topics, then space, then idea. That way, when he types in the letter T, all of his topic emails go.
Yeah. Because sometimes it's just topics, and that's show topics. And how it happened is that I was writing down a show topic, and I was like, I also want to write down ideas, so I'm going to put topics, ideas. And then once I did that once or twice, then I was like, well, now I have to label everything in the subject line topics, ideas.
You don't have to do that.
Everybody's saying they're saying bottom mix because for the dump them out we do this thing on the Friday Free Show called Dump 'em Out, where we just take all the topics. It's just a ball of topics.
Yeah.
We throw it in the floor, and then we just all go. And I say topics and bottomics for your vagina.
Well, say
Vagina.
so. This is what I need help. Instead of doing that, because it seems like
What are you doing?
And because a lot of this, I'm trying to write myself an email while I'm driving.
Yeah,
and
shouldn't do that.
Very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And
Chat room says, let's see, that's Stump Agnes. Who is Stump Agnes? You have the worst name ever.
They're listening in Australia.
Oh, well, hello.
I'm not sure. Did you find us through Twitch or did you listen to the show?
Is this the Australian pool man?
Oh, yeah, could be.
I like Australian pool man.
Yeah.
I'm just out here cleaning some pools and thought I'd call in and talk about taking a walkabout.
For whatever reason, there was no more fun job that I could even imagine than Australian pool man.
In fact, when people ask me, what do you do? I'm going to say, I'm an Australian pool man. Like, it just sounds cool.
I don't know why that being Australian and being a pool man.
Well, because you want the housewife to want to bang the pool guy, and if he has an accent, that gives him more points.
The pro surfer, Laird Hamilton? I think that's his name. Look up Laird Hamilton.
I think it's Laird.
Laird. I can never say his name, but he's a beautiful man. Yeah. That's what I envision Australian pool guy looks like. Tan, hairy,
big smile.
But he's older. He's got this, he's older, but he's
66.
But he's handsome, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think most women, I'm just going blanket statement, I think most women would look at him and be like, yeah, he's a good looking, he's a stud, yeah.
He's ripped.
Yeah, for his age, my God. And he still built big wave surfs, and he's married to, put this on Porkin one day.
He looks like the guy that is on the show with Zac Efron, Down to Earth with Zac Efron.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Do you know that he's married to Gabrielle Reese, the professional volleyball player?
I did not.
So when you see them together, and they're both giants. I think he's like 6'5", and she's like 6'3".
He's 6'2". Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's 56, not 66.
And you see them together, and you're just like, you're disgusting.
Is there an app I could just push a button?
It's called Notion.
Notion. Okay, I'll write that down.
Stump Agnes in Australia put it in caps so you could read it.
All right.
And then write down what Notion is, because you're going to forget what that means.
Lotion. I need lotion.
Motion and motion.
I see it's motion in the ocean.
I put lotion all over me, and I can't remember a damn thing.
I don't know motion in the ocean, but I do know Notion. Note app. I wrote all that down.
He's going bananas.
Is he freaking out?
Yeah. Both of you this week have...
Well, mine's documented. I'm going to the doctor. I know I've upped my medication.
Right.
You guys say I'm fine. I just feel insane.
No, you've acted a little kooky this week.
What have I done?
No, just...
we vowed not to talk about it.
General,
General Kooky is my army name. General Kookiness.
Well, just by you saying, am I all right? Am I acting crazy?
That is a little crazy.
That's an act of acting crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
It's an act of war.
when you tell everybody every minute, am I acting crazy? I'm like, well, yes, now you are. By asking me that a lot.
That's fantastic.
But no, not in any other way. Just in the fact that you ask us all the time.
I understand. I get it.
But you're fine.
Yeah, but you, sir, have a mental illness, as your wife said.
That's fine. Even if you tell me that, I don't believe it.
Okay, now here, we've been doing a lot of relatively hot topics recently. We've got some ones that are burning really hot. Another one that's burning very hot right now is your particular hatred for what's his name, DJ Khaled.
Oh yeah,
you are
fatso.
You're my God, that's mean. But check this out. Somebody's got a theory. They got a theory.
BDM man here is Funkmaster Flex the original DJ Khaled? Thoughts? Later.
I mean, there have been guys that have done the role of super producer and put their name in songs.
Well, Lil Jon,
Diddy.
Yeah, but they all have their own songs, too.
Yes, yeah. That's the thing that separates them.
Yeah.
Also,
they're not just yelling stuff out.
what they're like when Little John yells out, "Yeah!" or whatever.
That sounded more like. You know what that sounded like? That sounded like Charlie Daniels' grandson drove over his foot with a tractor. That's what it sounded like. Yeah. It sounded like Charlie. God bless him. He's dead now. It sounded like Charlie Daniels' grandson rode over his boots. Rode over both of his boots with a tractor. Yeah.
As soon as I went to do it, I knew. I was like, "Don't do this."
Steph Shea in the Twitch chat room says, "What was that again?" She don't even know what it is.
I was like,
"She don't even know what you did."
Don't try to do it. Don't, and I just did it. I don't know why.
Yay! My boots! You ran up my goddamn boots!
Yeah, as soon as it
Dever went down to Skip's Western wear. He's looking for some new goddamn boots because his grandson drove over them with the tractor.
I knew I wasn't going to be able to pull off the inflection of Little John.
Try it again.
No, I'll never do it
Sam, you want to try it?
No.
Butler.
I got overconfident.
Is he here?
Yeah.
Butler, get in here and do Little John impression.
Yeah, you can definitely not do it. Hold on. Anybody want to bet if Butler can do?
Now remember, you're on a mic, so you don't have to get too close if you're going to yell. I just don't want you to blow our ears out.
Yeah. Who do you think Butler can do it?
I think he can. He's good with impressions.
But like where it sounds like because
it's not going to sound like Lil Jon.
Like Daniel could do it.
I can do it
for sure.
Yeah,
that was good. That was good. But see, now you gave him an example. Let's hear.
I know. I didn't want to. I didn't want to do it.
Even with the example.
Hold on. Let me give another example. Yeah. My boots. You gotta go. Yeah, my boots. You scuffed my damn.
Hold on.
You scuffed my damn Durangos.
I'm gonna say no. There's no way. What do you say, Dan?
What's a boot company? What's a what is this? You got to get.
Now you got Skips in my head.
No, they're just a local Western.
What was it? Greg's Western Wear. I don't know boot companies.
Oh man, there's
Wolverine makes them.
Wolverine. No, I'm talking cowboy. It's like it starts with an L. God, I'm blanking on it.
Lone Star. I don't know.
No.
You can get them at a Love's truck shop.
No. All right.
Yeah. That's Charlie Daniels. That was excellent. That's Charlie.
Yeah, you do it, Charlie Daniels.
That was his brother, Farley Daniels.
Also, you scared me.
You did. I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready either.
It was like lately when I've been watching baseball. If I'm high, you know what gives me anxiety?
What?
That makes me laugh because I can control it. Is how does a pitcher and the guy hitting the ball? How do they naturally both know when they're both ready? It gives me anxiety.
I think there's
because the batter he gets sit and he takes his bat and he's a tap 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 and a tap 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 and a wiggle wiggle wiggle.
It's when both feet are planted, I believe. But it's too fluid. They do it real fast. It's like a dance. Yeah.
I've been enjoying the hell out of baseball, man.
I think that whole thing with the batter and the pitcher for over generations, they figured out
Luchese boots. Yeah, I don't know how to say it. LUCCHESE. That's the company.
Because let me ask. This is a question we should ask Chris Gwaltney from the Humidor because he knows a lot about baseball. But so if the rules are because you know how the batter they'll put one foot up and then they'll do their little thing they do they're all superstitious or whatever, and then they'll put the other foot. Is that the rule then? Like now, the pitcher, as soon as that other foot is planted, the pitcher can throw the ball because there's always a pause.
I honestly don't understand it.
Because couldn't you just wait until he puts his other foot and there's throw it as fast because he's not doing his wiggle.
And everything is still umpires too. So when they slide in, there's no it's not like they don't do any cameras or nothing, and they have this thing that'll show you where the pitches go and how fast they are. But sometimes the computer on the screen is different than what the umpire called, and there's nothing that, there's just nothing happening.
Yeah, that's all subjective.
He'll be like, strike! And I'll be like, no, the computer just said you were absolutely wrong, you dumb old man.
Yeah. I wonder, they could just make it computerized.
They could all be computerized, I think.
Although...
Speeds it up, too.
I think a baseball purist will talk about, every umpire has their own strike zone, and the batters know that, and the pitchers know it, so it's like...
it's the argument of that's part of the game, I think.
Yeah. It's like Jeff, his strike zone is wider than Mark's. It's all part of
I know we're all over the place. I'm going back someplace we were just at. Yeah. Butler, get in here. Butler said that cowboy boots have no place in modern footwear. I
disagree. I have a pair in my closet right now.
I think cowboy boots are dope. I want a pair of cowboy boots.
You're not a cowboy.
He's a Brit.
I know I'm not a cowboy. I don't want to be a cowboy. I want to have cowboy boots.
Brits don't understand the Americans' love for cowboy boots. And
pointy.
Yeah, they like
roach killers.
They like those like those British police boots or whatever, like
wellies.
Yeah.
You dress like goddamn Paddington Bear. He's got a tiny yellow coat on and a floppy hat.
Yeah, and some wellies on him.
I can't find me marmalade.
Cowboy boots are stupid.
Yeah.
Well, guess who's getting dressed up like a cowboy? Keep talking.
Yeah.
I like dressing up. Bring it on, bro.
Let's cowboy him.
Yeah. We should. We need to call up Skip, and because
or Greg.
Yeah.
Greg's the one we knew.
Yeah.
More.
I think the cowboy boots are like
they're expensive as hell.
The cheapest ones are like $250, right?
The people are like those are garbage.
Yeah. Like a good pair of cowboy boots are how much? Like.
I think you can spend. My dad had a pair that
they were hundreds.
I think my dad spent $500, and he had like some sort of weird. It looked like my dad just stuck his feet into 2 crocodile tails. That's what his boots look like. They were just lumpy and black and bumpily and gross and expensive. And he loved them, and he wore the crap out of them.
But when you wear the cowboy boots enough, like when you wear them,
they're so comfy.
They're like Ugg boots, right? Like they all become
so
soft.
comfy. Like my dad and my foot were exactly the same size. I have his old boots. If I put my feet in them, they feel like slippers.
Do they all have heels?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're weird looking.
Does it make it seem like you're walking in a sort of a heeled shoe?
Yeah. I feel like the devil wears Prada when I have them on.
Yeah. I've never owned worn a pair of cowboy boots.
I feel like a fancy woman when I have them on.
I'm giving Butler S, but I too am not.
Let's do Cowboy Fridays.
I'm in. I'll wear my cowboy. Here's
my
the thing:
Stetson.
we always say we're going to do something, and then only one of us participates.
No. The last time we did it, you and I wore our jerseys, and I think Butler. There's only one guy that actively doesn't participate, and he's the guy that signs your check. So I can't really do much about it.
I don't have any.
I guess if I get unlazy and start signing your checks, then we can bully him more. But
I don't have cowboy boots or hat.
Well, I'm saying we're going to buy all that.
Well, you said they were $500. I don't want to buy.
We'll do what we did for you when we were doing anything Orlando City. We'll go to Famous Footwear and get you some chaps, plastic dress shoes. We'll just get crappy cowboy boots.
Somebody have to look up cheap cowboy boots and see what even the cheapest ones are.
Amazon might be your best bet for that.
Yeah.
You can get a pair of $25 boots from Boot Barn.
Where's the boot?
$25
I'd wear those every day.
You can get a $40 pair at Kohl's. $65 pair at Walmart. $25 pair at Sheplers. So there's some cheaper ones.
Sheplers. I forgot about Sheplers. They've got a bunch of stuffed animals in there, like big stuffed horse.
What?
It's like a huge, a fake.
Where is this?
It's
iDrive.
Yeah. It's
the old Festival Bay.
It's a huge, super creepy, no one's in their Western store, and you walk around
go
and
to bootbarn.com and you can go to their clearance section. You can find all kind of things.
All right, I don't want to go super 90s, but I just thought of a
okay. I want
Cowboy Boys?
Cowboy boot race between Butler and Remy.
It's got to be done.
And then we got to add one more person in there.
EJ.
Okay, Butler, Rimmer.
What's up, I'm Rimmer. I like butts.
Butler, Remy, and EJ. We just go right there. We'll commentate.
But they got to be full cowboy boots and then big foam cowboy hats, the big ones.
We can get some $25 cowboy boots for all three of them.
Cowboy boot race?
And then we'll actually bet on it, and then we'll try to handicap. Obviously, I think EJ. Just remember...
your fastest is going to be Butler.
Tyreek Hill race against...
Butler's in good shape. He's going to be the fastest.
Yes, yeah. So he's
Second fastest will be Remy, just from pure special speed. And then EJ...
We really got to handicap him.
Yeah, EJ will be the slowest just because of size.
Yes, yeah.
He's like the big character in any side-by-side video game.
Well, and he just quit walking. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but you know how T.O., when he raced... Tyreek Hill,
what do we give him, 5 seconds or something? 4 seconds?
No, you give him yards. So EJ would get about, let's say, 10 yards, head start, and then Remy, and then we'd have to figure out how fast can you run, Travis? With the cowboy boots?
Oh, God.
Cowboy boots are hard to run in.
I'm already tired of this idea.
Yeah. I just want to see
I tried to flesh it out. It just nothing.
It wasn't working, right?
No, it wasn't working.
I still want Butler to wear cowboy boots, but just
like
for
that.
my enjoyment. And then I want you to take them off, and then I want to poop in one of them.
So the cowboy boots never with shorts. So the only
I wear mine with shorts.
Well, I think girls can do that. Guys, it's a little weird if you're walking
You gotta
around.
wear your jean cutoffs and your cowboy boots.
I mean, you can. It's going to look novelty. Girls kind of look sexy in it. And I guess guys, if you're into guys, could look sexy in it. But, I think guys look like fools when they have cowboy boots and shorts
the guy
on.
off of Reno 911.
Yes.
Yeah. It looks a little sassy.
Yeah. So the and with the actual jeans, there's a specific way you're supposed to wear your pants with your boot.
Yeah, backwards like crisscross.
Because there's a whole thing.
Well, you got to pull them over, and then your jeans. You got to. I mean, you can't bend over and do anything in your Western jeans. They got to be real tight.
Yeah,
it's got to be boot cut jeans,
so you can
though, right?
see your skinny. You got a real skinny frog ass, and then
your skull can.
Yeah, you see the skull can, and then no ass. You're built like you look like a showbiz robot wearing pants. They forgot to put stuffing in your rear end.
Now you gotta get a real cowboy with a fat booty.
Most real cowboys don't have fat booties, though.
They're real.
Yeah, they do if they're working on the farm.
Dallas
a lot of squatting, picking up the hay
most
barrels.
of them are skinny and kind of look like Tuttle's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Florida farmer. That's different.
Most of them are Dallas Buyers Club thing.
Oh, yeah.
And
don't talk much.
Yeah.
Don't eat much.
Yeah.
You're just talking about a regular redneck. That's not.
Yeah, but cowboy, I've never seen, there's never been,
I've never seen a cowboy with a big donk.
What? Yeah, it's the best.
No, big country who played in
Big
the
country
NBA.
ass.
No, that's a stripper dressed like a cowboy.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Or the cowboy, or it's the farmer's son who's a big fat for nothing.
Yeah.
But no working.
Genetically,
the stereotype is cowboys look like Dallas Buyers Club. They don't talk much.
Yeah.
They don't eat much.
Yeah.
They just work. All they do is work.
Yeah. Work and substance abuse.
Yeah. It's just work and tobacco.
Yeah. They don't have like a big Beyonce.
Yeah.
And legs.
Well, it's not like Beyonce.
Hey, look at my big Kardashian ass. My ass is getting so big from the squats I'm doing, I can barely fit on my John Deere.
Yeah. No, because they can't. It's like me. No matter how much I work out my legs, they're genetically chicken legs. I can never get giant quadriceps and it would just never happen. They'll get stronger, I'll have insane strong chicken legs, but that's genetics. You can't beat.
You also got to put weight on.
Even if I put weight on
to build heavy muscle,
it'll just come big muffin on top.
No,
I cannot build weight on
and
my
most
legs.
Cowboys that do
you've seen the ladies. It's unfortunate for them, but there are people out there, plenty of them, that have insanely tiny bottom halves and a big muffin that doesn't make why isn't it distributed?
Oh, what do you mean? The lady who has skinny legs and then up top she's just a ginormous.
I think that's alcohol.
She's just a lot of it is alcohol based, and they become like a big meat sickle.
Yeah, but it's not
it's like all the meats on the top.
Yeah, but it's not like alcohol. It's like alcohol fat only goes into your muffin. It's your body distributes and the fat and
not
stores
this lady.
It. Well, exactly, because genetics.
Or maybe they're wearing so many yoga pants the fat can't get in there. It's just can't get past.
No.
It's like a corset for your legs.
It's the meme. Where the lady at McDonald's, you see her as a big muffin. It's like you have a Whopper,
Diet Coke,
a Diet Coke for my legs.
Diet Coke for my legs.
So funny.
Oh, God, that's a great meme. Let's just read memes for the rest of the show.
That was going to be a Twitch thing we did. Where
I forgot.
Is it
I
reactions to
totally forgot about it at Diet Coke for my legs. That made me smile.
We got to do Meme Thursday, where someone just calls in and describes memes to us, and we just
no, that was the bit. It was going to be called "You Know What I Mean."
Yeah.
It was your bit, and I was going to do "You Know What I Mean, Burn."
We run through so many bits that we think we want to do, and that we forget we even thought of them. And
also, we got too many bits now.
Too many characters. I'm making intros like crazy.
Our team is out of control.
Yeah. And then,
that was a mistake.
And then I forgot to tell you, but Pariah Mike hit me up, and he's like, "You got to stop." He's like, you gotta help me. He's like, even the money that you're giving me is not worth it.
Yeah.
He's like, this is torture.
Not, yeah.
He's like, it's driving me insane.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him back for all the little. I hear in all your little songs you do.
Leave him alone. He's a good man.
You're jabbing me.
I do want to steal his dog though. I want that potato dog he has.
Me
that little
too.
football. I want to steal his dog.
He's the cutest.
He is super cute.
Chihuahua?
Yeah, I want a dog.
Yeah, but he's literally like one of those little squishy pillows. He's just a ball of meat.
Oh, I got a new Instagram I'm obsessed with.
No bones
my
in
wife's
him.
making fun of me. It's a little Westie puppy.
Yeah.
And his name is Bruno Goodest Boy.
What is it?
Oh, he's Bruno, and he's the goodest boy. And I just look at him, and I get sad and cry.
There it is. That's
Yeah.
like Russell.
Am I acting crazy?
That definitely that's something out of nowhere that freaked us all out. I'm passing a note to Samantha. I'm like, it's happening.
Wait, I've got a gun!